Welcome back to FM26 with Chelsea here on the ChesnoidGaming channel. We very nearly got some deals down on deadline day and then very nearly pulled all of our hair out trying to actually negotiate them. So in the end, we didn't sign anyone in January, although we did come very close to signing Bradley Barcola, and we tried to get a deal done for Samu. And we weren't able to get an offer accepted. We did have an offer accepted from Francesco Pio Esposito, but then he didn't want to talk to us because he was very happy at Bologna. So I tried. We also tried to move out some players, and nobody wanted to sign Tosin. We were finally able to move Raheem Sterling on. He's gone on loan to Sunderland, who are paying 40% of his ginormous wages for the remainder of the year, and we'll buy him permanently at the end of the season as well with a mandatory fee. So that's good news. We have had to give Cole Palmer £325,000 a week as well. He's on was on 130, asked for a new contract. I was like, sure, okay, fine. And then he wanted like close to treble his wages and wouldn't negotiate anything else. Or his agent wouldn't negotiate anything else. And then he kicked off when I initially said no, and I had to actually genuinely nearly treble his wages to get him to sign. Otherwise, I might have ended up having Cole Palmer try and force his way out of the club, which would have been very, very weird indeed. Bradley Barcola wanted £400,000 a week, which is why he is not a Chelsea player right now. Our form is still very, very good. The next round of the Champions League hasn't been drawn yet because the playoff round needs to be played before we get to the stage of the round of 16, which is where we are now. Alejandro out cold. He's not been knocked out. He is just out of he's out of selection because he has a cold. So we've got 4 games to come this month. Wolves, Leeds, Preston in the FA Cup, which should be winnable as well, and Burnley. That says to me 4 wins. So let's try and actually get 4 wins, shall we? The side are playing incredible football and are just regularly performing above where we actually thought they might do, quite frankly. So I'm very, very, very pleased with how things are going so far this season, which is not something we thought after a couple of episodes, is it? So please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. There'll be, of course, FC content coming to you very regularly as well here on the YouTube channel, and you can come and join me on stream at any point you might like on YouTube, on Twitch or Kick. Links to those are in the description down below as well. Wolves are playing a very defensive 5-back. This is what we played against West Ham. We were able to get a 4-2 win there. I'd take a 4-2 win here as well, but if we could keep a clean sheet too, then that would be brilliant. I'm just going to say the media have been giving you a lot of credit lately. Go out and actually prove them right, please. Throwing for us on this near side. Still very early days in the game. Cucurella and Joao Pedro linking up on the left-hand side. Ooh, wow. Bury that, please, mate. Oh, that should have been a pretty simple look for the bottom corner. And he's tried to smash it. It's just bananaed over the top of the goal, unfortunately. That was a really good chance. I think that probably should have had higher XG than the game actually gave it. It looked like a really, really good opportunity. Gave the ball away rather cheaply there. Hopefully we can win it back, and this isn't going to be a Wolves attempt on goal at the end of the highlight. Though it does look likely at the moment. Here's John Arias down the left-hand side. Pulls it back, and loads of space for Joao Gomez, sorry. And not only is it a chance on goal, it is a goal of a goal. Joao Gomez finds the bottom corner, and that's exactly what I wanted Joao Pedro to do with that previous opportunity that he put over the bar. But, I mean, we've dropped far too deep there, waiting for a cutback, and Joao Gomez could quite simply just pick his spot, which he has duly done. Joao Pedro, that's a lovely ball to Palmer. That's a great ball to... Oh, my Lord. Offside flag is maybe up. But someone needs this goal awarded. Someone needs to stop Estevao. Because he is absolutely unplayable at the minute. And that first time finish is arguably goal of the season material, that. The technique on that volley is unbelievable. We are level just before half-time. And even though Cole Palmer has undoubtedly been the best player of this side, I mean, a certain Brazilian on the right-hand side is really throwing his name into the mix. I'm disappointed with what I've seen so far, is what I'll say, though. Even though it's taken a moment of brilliance to see us not be losing here, which is not good enough. Hopefully, we can find our way in front in this tie. A draw against Wolves isn't a bad result, but obviously with our ambitions, it's not a good result either, despite their good season. Is that a pen? No, play continues, though. Cole Palmer is there. Oh, and Cole Palmer finishes. Ooh, base of the post. I've just moved Joao Pedro up top. But he's just gotten an assist from that wide left position. Cole Palmer on his own there. They do close him down a little bit, but that's all about it. Oh, it took a deflection as well. And this is the deflection that's taken it past Jose Sarr. That's unlucky for Wolves. It really is. I'll take it, though, because we need that little bit of luck. Anybody needs that little bit of luck if they're going to challenge at the top end of any given division. Enzo, Gusto, Malagusto. I mean, it bounced to get to Palmer. It's terrible defending, you have to say. If that ball genuinely made it all the way across to Cole Palmer from the right back position, or the right back's position over here, there's a lot of men that gets past. Oh, the keeper's... No, all right. I couldn't quite see the way that ball came in from the other camera angle. That's poor from Jose Sarr, then, is what it is. He might have been unlucky with our second. He was at fault for our third. And we will rein things in a little bit and just try and stick to where we are right now. Let's hold on to what we've got, please, gentlemen. Yeah, it's the winter ball, isn't it? It's the winter ball, I think, Felipe, is the issue. I'm sure we had the Premier League ball in... oh, wow, it's 3-2. Jurgen Strand-Larsen brings them back within one. But I agree. We shouldn't have the orange FM ball. When using a winter ball, it should be a licensed winter ball. Although the Premier League surely have announced their winter ball by now. We're into November. Surely we're using a winter ball at this stage in the Premier League in real life. I can't actually quite recall from IRL games, but Wolves are bringing this back to within touching distance for them of getting a point. Hopefully we can see this through. We have definitely had the licensed Premier League ball and the licensed Champions League ball to this point in this save. Jose Sarr is out of goal, up for the corner, and Neto with an empty net finds it. We'll take that. Cole Palmer with an assist as well. It is 4-2. They're asking for offside, and to be fair, it might need to be looked at because of where the goalkeeper was, and it looks like... Oh no, decision goal awarded. It looked like actually he genuinely was offside. Oh well, I'll take it. It was a 4-2 win against West Ham at the end yesterday. It's a 4-2 win against Wolves at the beginning today. That will do. Got absolutely no reason to not play the same 11 every week. We will rotate for the FA Cup game against Preston, because I might as well give the guys a rest when they've just had a ridiculously busy December and January. But I mean, this 11 is winning every week in the Premier League. So in the Premier League, this 11 plays every week. Luca Perry, Jaden Bogle, Jacobiel, Pascal Struijk and Frederick Björkan at the back four and goalkeeper for Leeds. Two holding of Ampadu and Stach, with Gnonto, Aronson and Okafor behind DCL. Not sure how good Dominic Calvert-Lewin is in FM. Oh, they've given the ball away there poorly. And Delap has passed one man and finishes with aplomb is the phrase. That's poor from Leeds to give the ball away in a midfield area like that. No, Okafor will be disappointed. Delap beats the defender. He's still got work to do from there, though, to be fair, as other defenders are closing him, but he has very much picked his spot. Who needs Samu? Who needs Francesco Pio Esposito when you've got Liam Delap on fire, apparently? Thing is, whilst we're very much happy to play this same 11 every week... Oh, that's a terrible mistake by Leeds United. The goalkeeper may well have his head in his hands there. That is P-O-O-R, poor. Malo Gusto with another assist. I mean, when he played the ball in, I was a bit unhappy, actually. But the keeper's come for that, and he's got nowhere near it. Palmer's volleyed that from knee height. Luca Perry, that is Not very good at all, sir, to put it slightly. Slightly? To put it lightly. I don't know why I said slightly. This would move us into third as things stand. Although we are playing a game earlier than everyone else, I think, at this stage. This match day weekend. Free kick for us in a promising position. It's not... I mean, it's within Enzo Fernandez territory, but it's not like a 8 out of 10 goal scoring chance. That said, he nearly did score. Maybe from... Oh, that was poor. It's corner again. Ah, Mike's happy. What fixed it, mate? Corner for Chelsea. Cole Palmer with the set piece. While Pedro flicks it on. Good save by Perry this time. Uninstall and reinstall the app. Nice. It's just a really strange one. Oh, lovely slow-mo replay. And I said Luca Perry did well at his near post. Did he ever? What a save to stop Joao Pedro making it 3-0. That's the sort of thing that we never would have seen on the previous match engine for sure. That was actually really nice to watch. Obviously, the actual physical graphics could be better. But in terms of comparatively to what we previously had in FM, light years forwards in an advancement. All it takes is one outrageous goal or defensive slip-up. And Leeds could be back in this. They're not playing that badly. They've barely had any of the football, as you can see. But to have had 11 chances with less than 30% possession is actually very impressive. It's not helping them get any goals at the minute. And they are now 3-0 down. But they've not been that bad, Leeds. If they could keep possession more, then they'd probably win more games. VAR for this one. Was there an offside? Harto Neto's on, and that's definitely an onside there for me. Thank you very much. 3-0. That'll be a dub, please. Thank you. Really good 3-0 win. Started off very well, then hovered a bit in the... To be fair, goal at either end. If it weren't for the goal in the middle from Palmer, I might not have been quite so comfortable there. Tottenham now have a 10-point lead at the top of the Premier League. They are 20 points clear of ourselves, who are now in third. But there are other games to come later in the match day weekend. Actually, are there? No, we are just genuinely third out right now. Only 3 points above Villa in 6th, though, so it can all crumble if the league form changes. Leeds are 19th at the moment. West Ham have gotten a victory and shot themselves out of the relegation zone. That side should certainly be good enough to beat Preston, I think. They are lacking match sharpness, he says, as his brain fails to connect any sort of neurons whatsoever. We have not struggled, but found this formation difficult to play against in recent times. Preston have obviously picked up on that and are trying to maybe do something here in the FA Cup. It's raining, so it's not going to be a straightforward fixture either. That 11 should still beat that 11, ultimately. But it's the FA Cup. Things do happen. Right, 15 minutes to go. I'm going to start calling on some big guns. Enzo for Palmer. Estevao for Neto. Garnacho's having a very good game on the left, so I'm not going to do anything about that. I'm going to move Joao Palmer. Actually, I'm going to move Joao Palmer up top because Liam Delap's having an absolute shitter for some reason. And we will bring Palmer on at camp. Yeah, go on then. Those changes, hopefully, will be enough to see us sneak something at the end of the game. It's not been an easy game against a very solidly set up and defensively sound thus far and high-performing Preston side. With 5 minutes to go, it could go any which way here in this highlight. We've played all right. They've played well. And as a result, they're still in it here. Nice challenge by Cole Palmer, though. And can we turn it around on a quick counter-attack? Ruben Neves finds Estevao. Finds a lovely through ball to Joao Pedro. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Chelsea into the 5th round of the FA Cup. Brought on the big guns 10 minutes ago, and it's not taken them long at all to get going. Estevao with the assist. Joao Pedro's movement's brilliant. The assist is top draw. The vision of it, very, very good indeed. And the finish, accurate. Good. That'll be us through then, hopefully. All it needed was the one goal into the next round of the FA Cup. The march towards some silverware in our first year at Chelsea. Maybe only year. Maybe just first year at Chelsea. Continues. Vamos! Thank you, Estevao and Joao Pedro. I am very pleased with you. Chelsea versus Burnley. Armando Broja has been a very good goal scorer in the Premier League this season, so we will have to be wary of him. Kyle Walker is Kyle Walker. Kalinci Hartman is pretty good, actually, at left-back. And Dubravka is a very solid goalkeeper. They've got not a bad side, Burnley. Not sure where they are in the table. So the media have given you a lot of credit lately. We'll try and keep them high on morale. You can talk about tactics, you can talk about whatever, but we've just got our best players out, and we hope to have a decent result. Let's have a look. Where are Burnley in the league? They're not top half. We're third still. They're 14th, and they're 9 points from the relegation zone. So Burnley are having a very, very good first season back at Premier League level. This won't be as obvious a walkover as you might have thought. Right for us, though. Cucurella likes paella. Garnacho, oh, Toodles. Square it. Estevao! It says no assist, so it must have come off the keeper. I sort of think when the highlight is slightly faster rather than the regular speed, when Garnacho gets in like this and he does look to play it across and it comes... Oh, actually, he's gone for goal and it hits the post or the keeper's arm here. We don't really need a goal line video for this because it's just going to deflect out there, and Estevao, to be fair, with a brilliant header, nods it home. We lead by a goal to nil, and hopefully it's not the last one we get today. Well then, Armando Broja has just scored an unbelievable goal. Takes a touch, turns, and before anyone can get to him, with barely any backlift, fires it into the bottom corner from 25 yards. That's outrageous. Burnley a level. Okay, highlight just before half-time. That's quite the throw to Joao Pedro. In my head, I was just thinking, Joao Pedro is not having a very good game. I wonder if Liam Delap is maybe a change that would spark something, but see, we saw Liam Delap have a really dead game most recently, so I don't know. It's been a really even game. That the momentum is not going one way or the other, more so than just that one spell for us there. Time to dig in, lads. I really need Joao Pedro to turn up. Can I? Oh, eventually when it loads. Look. Go out and make a difference, please. Hanging on every word. We'll give Joao Pedro till the 70th minute to make an impact. If he doesn't, then it's Liam Delap time. He's suffered Achilles tendonitis. How have they been able to diagnose that mid-game? I mean, that would have been a hell of a goal, but it hasn't come to fruition. Achilles tendonitis sounds bloody painful as well. I think Fofana might be out for a few weeks here. Joao Pedro is having an absolute nightmare continually, even though I said to him at half-time, pull something out the bag. At the minute, I'd be better off having Armando Broja still up top. I think it might be Liam Delap time, unless this highlight ends in a Joao Pedro goal, in which case I'll hold off. It has ended up in a Chelsea goal. It's Estevao, because of course it's Estevao. It's always Estevao. Joao Pedro. Oh, I think I'll just put Robert Sanchez up top. No, Joao Pedro for Liam Delap, please. Not Robert Sanchez. Thank you. A few seconds to go, and it's another victory for Chelsea in the Premier League. Thanks almost solely to Estevao. We did deserve it in the end. Burnley had a lot of the ball, but Estevao has dragged us through that one. Well done, lads. It's a good win. Burnley, on that performance, you would say... What do you think of Estevao beating his XG? Yeah, he's an exception as far as I'm concerned. I understand XG and all of that, but some players are able to finish to a consistently high level. And Estevao certainly is that man right now. So we're still third, obviously, because we're 7 points behind Arsenal, even having played a game more. Third is definitely going to be the highest we can finish this season. I think that is undeniable at this stage. We absolutely could finish potentially as low as 6th. I'd like to say we probably won't fall off as low as 7th. So European football of some description is going to be available for us next season, I would imagine, if you guys decide you'd like to see a second season at Chelsea rather than the start of the Glory Hunter. Broyer is going to earn us some more money, despite the fact he scored against us. Really, just 1 to 4 days for Achilles tendonitis. That's an intriguing one. He has a recurring Achilles tendonitis, though, apparently. Something to monitor, because if that gets to the point where it could actually cause him long-term Achilles problems, then we might be in a bit of a situation. We've got 9 days till Arsenal, though, for the next game. So everybody can just kind of build properly. To be fair, with a game of that importance and of that size, I'm kind of glad we've got enough time to actually sit and prepare and properly sort things out. Everyone can get a good rest and some recovery after the game against Burnley, and then we can really, hopefully, nail our tactics for the Arsenal game. But at the minute, the form is still very green, but we've got a particularly difficult month of March coming up with Arsenal on TV, Aston Villa away, Tottenham away. That's 3. Oh, wow, that's the FA Cup game. Our luck in the draw has run out. In the FA Cup, I think that'll be us out, because Tottenham are unbelievable right now. Then Newcastle in the Premier League, who are actually having a bit of a poor season, so that might be more straightforward than initially we might think. Everton away. Both Manchester sides back-to-back's not going to be straightforward, and the run-in isn't easy either with Liverpool and Tottenham in there. Sunderland are in the relegation zone, second bottom, I think, maybe even bottom. So that might be a bit more straightforward on the final day if we do need some points at that stage of the season. We're not that far away from the end of the season. 3 episodes at most, I would have thought, but that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching, those of you on the YouTube video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this season at Chelsea. I very much am now, even though I wasn't a couple of episodes in when things very much weren't going our way. Imagine what might have been if we'd have started the season the way that we are currently playing, like this, and hadn't started the season like this. We might be, well, I would go as far as to say we would certainly be above Arsenal and maybe challenging Tottenham. That might be a step too far. Tottenham's form has probably just been unreal. They actually ended up losing to Real Madrid. They were 2-1 up in that game. I might have to look... Actually, I don't know if you can anymore. No, you can't, can you? I was going to say I might look into what tactics Real Madrid played in this game to try and figure out how best to go about setting up to beat Spurs. But you can't do that anymore. I can't go in and see what tactics Real Madrid were playing. I don't even know if I can go into their squad screen and find out what tactics they're playing. Regardless, I'll try and figure out what Real Madrid did in that game to beat Tottenham, and we'll try and utilise that in our FA Cup game, which is upcoming. But for now, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more of this save or the FC26 Career Mode that is ongoing, of course. Come and join me on stream. Goes without saying that you can see everything that happens in the moment and genuinely impact things that happen in the moment. Substitution recommendations, transfer recommendations, general tactic tweaks, etc. But for now, that's all from me for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next.